What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Musa Game here, and today I'm back with, actually, this is going to be my very first weekly updates on my Project Eclipse weekly update series here at Kingdom 4106. And as you guys can see, I am currently pretty low in power. Actually, this is probably the lowest that I've ever been at day 9 of the kingdom. I always got the Lotus skin, if I remember correctly, on both of my restarted projects. But you guys know this. If you want to actually push out power in the very beginning, you have to be spender, right? I'm not saying that I'm a free-to-play account player at this point, but on this account, because this is a paid partnership with 4106 leadership, actually, in particular, thanks to Almighty May, who is sponsoring me for this project, I cannot spend too much money. I cannot drop $1,000 on this account because at the end of the day, like I'm making like $99.99 per month from actually doing this partnership with them. So yeah, like if I actually count the hours that I actually put into this account, and if I start spending on this account, I'm gonna actually be net negative. So that's not something that I can do, especially when my YouTube has been demonetized from making revenues at the end of the day. So sponsorship is the only way that I can actually, continue on this project. So long story short, I'll try to control my spending on this account as much as I can. But with that said, my account is actually not free to play. You guys can see that I did get myself a growth fund, which is $15 in value. But again, this is something that you only buy once per account. So I'm okay with this, right? I'm okay with this. I think I'll get full value or more out of this. It's probably the most valuable package that anyone in Rise of Kingdoms can ever get. So that's good. And then also at the same time, I did get myself 30-day gem supply, which I do plan on continuing for the sake of getting as much gems as possible. So that's been going on. Again, I've been getting the most massive value out of it, and also at the same time, with me managing like 5 accounts at the same time at this point, I cannot actually keep up with any of the accounts unless I have that auto peacekeeping feature. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and basically what I do, I log in, I do the daily use the active action points with the auto barb while I actually try to figure out, okay, what is like the best way for me to kind of progress within the account, do the path of vengeances, do a little bit of Sunset Canyon, and that's what I've been what I've been basically doing for this account. And I think I have a pretty good plan for this account at the end of the day, which is I think I'm gonna go ahead and make this account into a cavalry farm killing account. That's right, you guys heard me right. I'm gonna be a farm killer, guys. I'm gonna be a farm killer, and I know that a lot of you who are out there might be thinking, hey, like Musa, why are you even playing if you're a farm killer or whatever is like that? But at the end of the day, let's just be real that this kingdom is great. Kingdom's doing good. We have a lot of like strong players in this kingdom, but it's not like a massive project like I think what the one the like Chasky is in. We have a lot of whales, but we don't have like Kraken like the Desmond or Mango or a Chasky that drops like 30 gold chests per day, right? So I cannot progress within this account as fast as I could usually on any of the larger projects that I've joined. And I've been thinking, okay, well, I still don't want to be a dead weight for the kingdom, right? Obviously, I got partnership. I do really appreciate May sponsoring me at the end of the day. So what did I decide on? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and build a Belisarius buy bars. Expertise, both of them. And what I'm going to do is, one, farm kill the heck out of the enemy so that they get so annoyed at me, they'll actually start cussing me out in my inbox. That's what I'm planning on doing with that march. And also at the same time, these are actually good marches that can actually kill reinforcements really well too. So if someone's trying to farm fill from far, I'll try to make sure that I actually get my Belisarius buy bars out there and get all of those kills in. Now, with that said, I don't think I need anything more than the windswept full set on top of like the march speed flag. And maybe I will just stick to the Vanguard Greaves and Halberd because, as you guys know, if you actually expertise or if you actually crit both of those pieces, the value that you actually get from the Vanguard set is actually quite insane. It's actually, in my opinion, almost comparable to the uncritted, the purple piece, in my opinion, if not better. If you actually can crit this, because this right here gives me what 9% in value, and you get like 30% of that when you actually crit it. So it's gonna give me what 12% total stats. That includes health. Yo, this is a broken piece. You guys all know this, right? And then also at the same time, Vanguard Greaves, 5% value. If you crit it, it's gonna give me what, like 1.5% extra. That is crazy. And obviously the windswept for the helmet, chest piece, gloves, and boots for the maximum amount of march piece. So if like a T5 wants to kill me for farm killing their farms, I can just run away as soon as I can and and not get caught, right? So that's my current plan. And obviously we'll have times that I'll have to participate in things like what's this called, the ruins fight, right? In those cases, I think I'll go ahead and try to utilize as much of Sun Tzu Ethelfled as I can, or Tutmos Kusanagi, whichever actually makes sense for me. But I don't think it's the right play for me to actually go after YSG. YSG, for those of you who don't know, is actually quite expensive, right? And for you to actually have an expertise YSG in KVK1, most likely what you'll need is you'll need to get every single Writers of History bundle that you can actually get your hands on. And I'm just gonna lose so much money from doing that on this account, right? Obviously, $100 per month is a lot, but not enough for me to basically cover all the expenses and not work for a negative dollars per hour for this project. So that's what I'm doing. But what do you guys think? Do you guys have any better suggestions for that? For this account? I mean, one other thing that I was thinking about was potentially building out like Sun Tzu Uji garrison and just be a trap city for the enemy, right? Just be a trap city for like a weak enemy that just wants to swarm my city. Just stay away from the T5s is basically what I'm trying to do. And have like a peace shield open and just drop in the middle of the enemy territory and then try to incur as much deaths as possible. That's one other way that I'm thinking about doing this. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this would actually work? If you think so, please drop a thumbs up or leave a comment down below if you guys have any other suggestions. Obviously, I'm trying my best to think about best ways to contribute for the kingdom, obviously, but I couldn't think of better ways than that. But yeah. And that's it in terms of all my updates for you for today. Actually, let's just go ahead and take a look at the individual power ranking before we go. We have Kura, free-to-play Kura. This guy is actually not part of the project, actually. He's actually a native to this kingdom who ended up just joining us because we had the highest power kind of alliance. And but we have Almighty May, who is proud and appreciative. I'm appreciative of May is what I'm trying to say. Who is the sponsor of this very partnership between me and Kingdom 4106. And we have a lot of people who are just actually in the top one alliance, which is the one that I'm in. So I'm very, very grateful. We're supposed to be the number 2 alliance for this kingdom, but I think there was some shakeup between the other alliance, where the other alliance actually did not start in time. So a lot of like the early starters actually ended up joining the second alliance, and they're just stuck here, right? Because a lot of our the November project members are spending like crazy, and then it is what it is. One thing led to another. I think we actually ended up being the top 1 alliance, which works out for me. But yeah. And in terms of alliance power, you guys can see that. Yeah, we have 171 million power for the first alliance, and we have Eclipse Reign, which is a second alliance, which has very close to power when it compares to us and 142 million. And the third alliance also looks very strong with 99 million power. Fourth alliance also has 98 million power, which is actually pretty busted. All right. With that said, I hope you guys actually enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please go ahead and drop me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, guys. And once again, big shout out for King May for sponsoring me for this partnership. Again, I'll try to make my best efforts to not be as much of a dead weight for the kingdom as possible. Try to find a way for me to contribute, even though I'll be a kind of a low spender at the end of the day. But hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you guys did, please go ahead and drop me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, guys. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Peace!